but really, can you see how pliable they're going to be, how excited they are, how enthusiastic they are? And know that they might not have all the skills you need, but they're willing to learn and observe and to put the time and the effort and to go the extra mile. Well, hello there, leaders. I hope you're all doing amazing today, and I'm excited to share with you today a little message that actually came to me yesterday as I was visiting my daughter. My daughter is up at college at the Utah State University, and my little note just dropped. And I got to spend some time with her yesterday. I haven't seen her in a little bit. When she first got to school there, she's an equine therapy major. I mean, she's going to help kids who have different special needs through horseback riding. Now, she's been riding horses off and on for a while now. She's always had a love for it. She's worked really hard. We couldn't always afford to have her do horseback riding lessons. We definitely couldn't afford to have a horse, but she has found different ways to make sure she got horseback riding lessons, either working at the stables, clearing out stables, helping little kids in their little riding lessons, things like that. And she's always been a really good worker. Well, when she got to the the Utah State University, she wanted to be on the equestrian team, but she knew she doesn't have all the skill that some of the other girls have. There are plenty of girls there whose parents have had horses for them their whole life, and they've got to ride their whole life, or they grew up on a ranch or something like that. And she knew she wasn't as skilled as them, but she had a real love for it. Well, she was able to get on the reserve of the team so she could try out basically for the team. So for the first month, they did a whole bunch of tryouts, and they just had them come to the classes and watch them, observe them, and gave them a shot basically. Well, yesterday was the day that they found out. It just happens to be the day before her 21st birthday, which is today. And we went up there to take pictures of the team. My wife is a photographer, so they asked if anybody could come take team photos, and my wife said sure, and it would give us a chance to go see Hannah. Well, when we got there, we found out that Hannah actually made the team, and we were very excited for her, and that was awesome. But we knew that. We didn't know if she knew it yet, and so we didn't say anything. Well, right before all the practices started or whatever, they took the 4 girls into a room, and they talked to them all and told them who made the team and who didn't. And they told Hannah that she had made the team. But there was a really great point where my daughter was telling us this interaction. She said that the head coach said, "Look, I usually don't do a lot of talking in this. I let my assistant do all the talking and let girls know who were cut and why, or if you made it and why." And she said, "But I want to tell you something, Hannah." She said, "When we first started with you a month ago, you were definitely a no. We thought you were good enough to give you a tryout, but you were definitely a no. However, the thing that we saw that made us change our minds were you were here every day an hour before anybody else getting ready to go. You volunteered for extra assignment things out and had to drive an hour away just to volunteer where nobody else would go. You went to help out. You aren't the greatest at this and that and the other, and you need to work really hard on this and that and the other. As a matter of fact, if we were to take you to a competition, it would actually be embarrassing for you because you'd feel bad because they would pick you apart a lot. But the reason why you made the team and these other girls didn't," and they said this right in front of all the other girls. They said the reason why you made the team and the other girls didn't is because we could see that your enthusiasm, that your work ethic beat everybody else, even the girls who are on the team. You have been an example to them. Now, as a dad, I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, I'm super proud. This is awesome. I'm so happy for her. But really, the principle is true, and it's something that I talk about a lot. And if you've been working with me for a while, or if you've heard me speak about hiring and firing people and building your team, you've heard me probably say to you that enthusiasm trumps skill every time. Now, this came up just randomly in our conversation. Obviously, my daughter's telling me about this experience, but it was just a reaffirmation to me that is truth in almost everything. Look, you can teach skill, and that's one of the things that they told Hannah. They said, "Look, we also see that you're in another class that none of the other girls are taking, which is, you get to come and ride 3 more days a week than everybody else. That means we're going to be able to mold you. We're going to be able to teach you exactly how we want you to do it. And my daughter said to them, she's like, yeah, that's what I want. I've wanted an instructor. I've been kind of piecemealing my writing and my ability together and getting lessons based upon me working it off and things like that. So I haven't been able to have consistent training. So I would love for you to tell me what I'm doing wrong and how I can do it better. And she had no ego around it, right? There was no like, well, I haven't learned this and have this, or I've been in this business for 20 years, or I've been doing this for, 10 years. I already know my stuff, right? You might hear that sometimes from people. But she was open to being moldable and open to understanding and learning new things. And that's what took her over the edge. So for you and your business, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the people that you have hired already and think about how moldable they are. How if you could train them to do what you want them to do in your way, and they would go, oh, awesome, that'd be great. Instead of pushing back against the, well, but I've always done it this way. Or even if you as a team have done it a certain way and now you're trying new things. For example, many of you are trying out including same-day starts into your practice, whereas before you would have never thought that. And so you have to change the schedule and you have to work a little differently. Or some of you are trying to cut down the way that you actually do your appointments, your exams, right? And it's different from what it was before. But how moldable is the team or the team members? The other side of that is how enthusiastic are they? When you're interviewing people to join your team, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how enthusiastic they are to learn, not just because they say it, because everybody's going to have some sort of platform, right, that they're going to talk about in their interviews. But really, can you see how pliable they're going to be, how excited they are, how enthusiastic they are? And know that they might not have all the skills you need, but they're willing to learn and observe and to put the time and the effort and to go the extra mile. See, Hannah's passion is to help kids out who have learning disabilities through riding horses because she loves animals. So that comes out. She isn't looking, and look, this career that she's going into, I mean, this isn't great as a father to hear, but right, most people make around $30,000 to $40,000 a year. This isn't a huge money-making opportunity for her to get her degree in this, but it's something she's passionate about. So because she's passionate, she's going to show up early. She's going to go to the volunteer things. She's going to be the person who is working on a passion, not just a position. And I use that phrase a lot. I know it kind of sounds like a nice little, catchphrase or whatever. But the truth is, when you look at it, I want you to look at your team. And I want you to think about the people who are working there just to fill a position. Hey, they're doing their job. They're good at their job. They are very reliable in what they do. But are they passionate? Are they showing you their passion? I run into offices all the time where it's about, they're going to do maybe a parade or a local thing in the community. And it's the same 2 or 3 people out of an office of 12 or 15 over and over again, instead of it being, no, you guys, this is something that we're all going to do because we're passionate about changing people's lives through what we do. And we want to make sure that we're hiring people who are excited. And yeah, I want to show up to that. Yeah, if it's a team thing, I want to be there with the team and I want to do this and I want to build my relationship with the team and with the community. So I want you to think about the passion that you're seeing in people, their enthusiasm when you hire them, and their willingness to be moldable. Are they moldable for you? Are you training them to become little mini orthodontists for your assistants? Or are they leaders in embryo when it comes to everybody else in the office? Because that's what we need full teams of. So I hope that serves you today. I hope you think about that for your own self. I hope that my daughter's experience was a lesson for me. It was a reminder for me. And I hope that this is a reminder for you to always look at, I would hire enthusiasm and passion over skill, because skill can be taught. Passion, enthusiasm, that's got to come from within inside. That's going to come from their why, right? All right. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.